One great way to reach your career goals is something you're probably already doing without even thinking about it. After all, networking is what we do every time we interact with colleagues, friends, or mentors. But while developing and cultivating positive relationships comes naturally to many of us, truly effective networking requires good planning, probing, and promoting. In the planning stage, begin by making a list of potential networking partners. The list might include professionals you see socially, fellow members of civic organizations or church groups, or those you work with in your community. Highlight those in your field or those involved in a career of interest to you. Number them by order of seniority, giving those who are higher up the career ladder or who have lengthier professional histories a larger number. Then begin working your way through the list, beginning with number 1. Starting off with less intimidating networking candidates will help build your confidence and networking skills before moving further up the chain. Now it's time to reach out, to reach up. Experts advise you start probing by inviting candidates for a career coffee interview. While you should definitely dress for success, this is a relatively informal question and answer session, usually over a cup of coffee or a meal. Remember, nearly everyone loves to talk about his career, her successes and failures, and valuable lessons learned along the way. Everyone wants to be looked at as an expert, and during the career coffee interview, that's exactly what they are. Be sure to ask what skills you need to develop, which books or training might be helpful, and if there are any organizations you can join to learn more. Would the person be willing to give you the name of others in your field to contact? That question alone can expand your networking opportunities exponentially. Be sure to respect the person's time and keep the interview to a comfortable length. You'll want to follow up the meeting with a personal thank you note and a promise to utilize their helpful advice. Close the written communication by opening the lines for future communication. In other words, be sure to express your willingness and interest to continue to learn and develop through ongoing dialogue. With each interview, you're promoting yourself as a person who is eager to learn and grow in the profession. Your knowledge of the field and its requirements will increase, and so will your career opportunities. Most networking opportunities are far less structured and occur far more frequently than you may notice. For instance, you might be attending a seminar and decide to sit at a table with people you know and enjoy. Stop right there, step out of your comfort zone, and identify a table filled with new faces. Sitting with strangers will allow you to discuss new topics and increase your learning. Best of all, when the lunch is over and business cards are shared, you should feel that there's not a single stranger among them. Do your best to implement this simple strategy the next time you attend a conference, a luncheon, or a civic gathering. Stepping out of your comfort zone may seem uncomfortable initially, but doing so will increase your communication skills and your confidence. Studies show that some 77% of organizations today are using social networking sites for recruiting passive job candidates. Those are potential employees who are not currently seeking a new position. Be sure to keep your LinkedIn profile updated with well-written, relevant, and professional career opportunities, even if you aren't actively seeking a job. 1/3 of all open positions are never advertised. They're filled by networking, by one person knowing another person who puts them in touch with a third who lands the job. Effective communication is a cornerstone of job networking. As simple as communication may seem, much of what we try to communicate and others try to communicate to us is misunderstood. Effective communication combines a set of specific skills: attentive listening, recognizing and using nonverbal cues, and understanding your own emotions and those of the person you're communicating with. Attentive listening means not just understanding the words or the information being communicated, but also understanding how the speaker feels about what they're saying. To listen effectively, focus fully on the speaker. If you find it hard to concentrate, try repeating the speaker's words over in your head. Avoid interrupting or trying to redirect the conversation to your own concerns. Listening is not the same as waiting for your turn to talk. Show your interest in what's being said. Nod occasionally. Smile at the person. Ask questions for further clarification, and make sure your posture is open and inviting. Wordless communication, or body language, includes facial expressions, body movement and gestures, eye contact, posture, and even the tone of your voice. The way you look, listen, move, and react to another person tells them far more about how you're feeling than words alone ever can. Sincerity, trust, and kindness also figure into the networking process. How can you convince people that you're authentic and truly care? Well, think of networking as a way of truly relating to others, not a technique for getting a job or a favor. You don't have to hand out your business cards on street corners or cold call everyone on your contact list or crash a party full of total strangers. All you have to do is reach out. Here are a few more do's and don'ts as you prepare to expand your network. Do know your goal and have a strategy. Don't wait until a crisis hits to start networking. Do be positive and optimistic about your prospects for a job or an advancement. Don't speak negatively about your current employer or position. Do find a role model or a mentor you can learn from. Don't be a wallflower. Make an effort to socialize at events. Do say thank you often and smile. Don't ask for a job, ask for advice. Do brag about your skills. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Do make a good first impression. Don't shy away from exploring online networking groups like LinkedIn. Do follow up with a new contact as soon as you can. Don't join tons of networking organizations. 2 or 3 should be plenty. Do send a Christmas or holiday card to reestablish contacts. Don't put things on Facebook you wouldn't want a new boss to see. Do learn to listen attentively. Don't focus on yourself, but on others. Do take the time to nurture your new relationships. Don't be a hit-and-run networker. Although seeking a job in today's economy can be tough, there are opportunities if you know where to look. The best way to find these opportunities isn't through online job postings, the classifieds, or employment agencies. It's by reaching out to people around you. Networking may sound scary at first, but it can be rewarding and fun, and best of all, it can help you land the job of your dreams. The old business adage is more true today than it's ever been. It's not just what you know, it's who you know, and it all begins with networking.